In the world of human behavioral analysis, physical touch is never just contact. It is a high-stakes exchange of information. While most men are busy looking for obvious signs of interest, the female subconscious is communicating through a series of access zones. There is one specific part of a woman's body that acts as the ultimate psychological gateway. The moment she allows you to touch it, she isn't just giving you physical access. She is signaling a total emotional surrender. Today, we are moving beyond basic dating advice. We are diving into the neurobiology of touch and the specific truth detector zone that reveals a woman's genuine internal state. If you have ever felt like you were missing the subtle signals of attraction, pay close attention. By the time we reach the end of this analysis, you will understand the map of feminine trust in a way that 99% of men completely overlook. Welcome to Decode the Mind, where we break down the hidden mechanics of human behavior. To understand why one specific touch matters so much, we must first understand how the female nervous system processes contact. Unlike men, who often view touch as a goal, the feminine psyche views touch as a test. It is a biological sonar system used to measure your internal state. When you make contact, her brain isn't just registering the sensation on her skin. It is scanning for three things: your confidence, your emotional steadiness, and your authenticity. Studies in tactile communication show that humans can detect complex emotions like compassion, fear, and desire through a single touch with over 70% accuracy. Women, due to a higher density of certain nerve endings and a more active mirror neuron system, are naturally calibrated to read the intention behind the gesture. If your touch is hesitant, her subconscious registers insecurity. If it is aggressive, it registers a threat. But if it is grounded and steady, it triggers a release of oxytocin, the chemical of trust. Most men fail to recognize that a woman's body is divided into psychological layers. Level 1 is the neutral zone, the arms and shoulders. This is where social politeness lives. If she allows you here, it simply means you are not a stranger. Level 2 is the intimacy zone, the hands and wrists. This is where connection begins to deepen. The wrist is a particularly vulnerable point. In evolutionary psychology, exposing the underside of the wrist is a classic sign of submission and comfort. Level 3 is the instinctive zone, the lower back and waist. This is where she tests your masculine presence. Because she cannot see you when you touch her here, she is relying entirely on her gut feeling of safety. Then there is level 4, the sacred zone, comprising the neck and the face. The neck is biologically one of the most vulnerable parts of the human body. Touching her here isn't just flirting, it is an act of primal trust that bypasses the rational mind. But there is a level beyond these, a zone that represents the ultimate expression of surrender. It is the hair. In behavioral analysis, hair is a powerful symbol of identity and femininity. Women spend significant time and emotional energy maintaining it. It is an extension of their persona. When a woman allows you to run your fingers through her hair or touch the back of her head, she is relinquishing control over her most personal symbol. This is not a conscious decision. It is a neurochemical reaction. If she leans into your hand, closes her eyes, or exposes her neck further, her nervous system is signaling total safety. At this moment, the analytical brain shuts down and the primal brain takes over. She is essentially saying that she trusts your energy more than her own defenses. This is the point of no return, where attraction shifts from a game of words to a reality of the body. However, a warning for those seeking to use this as a shortcut. Touch is a truth detector for both parties. You cannot fake the energy behind a gesture. If you attempt to access these zones without building the prerequisite layers of trust and presence, her subconscious will immediately detect the incongruity. This is why pickup tricks often fail. They ignore the biological necessity of safety. High-value attraction is built step by step, zone by zone. When you move through the world with awareness, you don't need to guess if a woman is interested. Her body is constantly providing the data. You only need to know how to read the map. This is the difference between a man who guesses and a man who knows. Understanding these silent signals is the first step in mastering the hidden dynamics of human connection. Your presence is the key. Use it with intention.